Dolynny TV, guys. A big welcome back. Hold on, how's this look, eh? I think this looks a little bit better than that gold, orange, whatever you want to call it, that I had last night. A little bit more work. Like I said, Phase 3 was coming. Phase 3 came, and the hair looks a heck of a ton better now. Of course, I gotta wait for it to dry to see what it actually looks like, but right now, we're steps ahead of where we were last night. Anyway, the Toronto Blue Jays franchise mode today. Let me tell you, I'm excited for this one. We're 1-3 on the year. Typical Blue Jays. Bottom of the AL East, 2.5 games back, but things are looking positive for us. Really? Devin Travis not looking good. Jared Dyson not looking good, but Josh Donaldson still without an RBI. 437 average, not too bad. Tulo 294. Steve Pearce 214. Then you got 125 for Ken Reese. 231 for Martin. 313 for Kevin Pillar. And then John Jay's got 385. So you know what? We got to move up John Jay into that second hole. That's where I'm thinking we can get ahead. If we move John Jay up in the second hole, we can move him and move around Gerard Dyson, and we should be set to go. Hopefully that generates something for us. I'm hoping. I'm not too sure. Our bench players, Trey Dent, has had 3 at-bats, an RBI, and a 333 batting average for a 70 overall rookie. That's pretty impressive. Nobody else on the bench has had any at-bats, so we're not too concerned. I think Dalton Pompey will be getting some time right away. But we're going to roll with it and see how this goes. We're going to go up until this Chicago Cubs series on the road. I want to see if we can bat as the pitcher once or twice. You know how it goes. So we'll sim through the date. And there we go, a couple wins. There's a couple of huge wins. How about that? And now we're down by 1 run, 1 out. John Jay at the dish. We got a couple big wins. We got to keep this win streak alive. Colome, you're about to blow this save. Strikeouts, Devin Travis, Kevin Pillar, John Jay. Only 4 strikeouts. We're tied for first in the least amount of strikeouts. That's huge. We have now rallied to be tied for the division lead. We will surpass the division lead if we win this one. And then Josh Donaldson, all of a sudden, he woke up. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And team statistics. We've played 10 games. We're 2-3 at home, but 5-0 on the road. What a road warrior team. John Jay coming up to the dish. Going to see if we can advance the runners here. We're going to get Trey Dent going forward here a bit, and we're going to see if we can smoke something up the middle, get Corey Swenson home. And this one's going to be flowing out into left field. That sucks. Thought we had that one going a little bit deeper. Unfortunately, the Rays Park is a little bit deceptive like that. You hit it up high in the sky. It really isn't going anywhere. So Dalton Pompey, we're getting all the irregulars into the lineup today. Dalton Pompey coming up here with 2 outs in the top half of the 9th, looking to keep this win streak alive. Just got to do it here. And that'll be a ball. Oh, man, that's a take and a half for Dalton Pompey. Dalton Pompey getting his, first at-bat of the, second at-bat of the season, or 3rd or 4th or 5th or whatever, something in there, something along those lines. 9th, 10th, I think. And that's going to be a pop-up to end it. Thought I fouled it off. He's going to catch it, will the catcher. And that costs us the game. So I thought we had it, but Dalton Pompey pops up to end the game. Gerard Dyson 2 for 4 with a strikeout. Nobody scores a run. Trey Dent 1 for 1. And that is the way that game goes. I'm really disappointed in that. Honestly, as soon as it changed over veteran, I could no longer hit in this franchise. And that costs us problems, right? If I can't hit to come up clutch, then what do we do, right? So that is unfortunately the way that one goes. We fall for the first time in a while. First time in like 6 games, pardon me. And yeah, we had a whole week where we won every single game big time. 8-1, 11-1, 15-1. Our lowest scoring game was a 5-2 game. We have yet to have a win that is under 5 runs. Think about that. Hold it in. Chillax with it. Think about it. And you'll be good. Devin Travis starts to go off. 40 at-bats, 3 runs, 10 RBI. John Jay, 419 since we put him in that 2-hole. What is going on with John Jay? 364, 250 for Tulo, but a lot of RBIs. Steve Pearce not really getting it done, so we're going to swap him and Ken Reese. And then Russell Martin. You know what? You put Russell Martin down in that 7-hole, he's going to do fine every single year, no problem. Kevin Pillar, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 422 average, and Gerard Dyson coming up, starting to get more on the plate with 275. Just Smoke, 250. Corey Swenson, 6 at-bats, a home run, 5 RBIs, so must have had a grand slam or something. and also a 333 batting average. Trey Dent, 429 average, not doing too bad. And Dalton Pompey, like I said, is 10th at bat. Our pitching staff, 379. Aaron Sanchez starting to absolutely dominate here. 885 overall, 2.08 ERA, 375 for Marco. And how about Josh Tomlin getting it done? 80 overall, 0.56 ERA in 16 innings pitched. Go Josh Tomlin and Jay Happ. So it's really been the tale of our pitching staff has been a heck of a lot better, and Loop's gotten blown up once or twice. So has Brett Hickman. But I mean, you look at Hector Rondon, 2 innings, he's been blown up, and Roberto Osuna's been solid, getting 3 saves so far for us in 7 games. I'm happy. I can't complain. You know what? Honestly, we're not doing too bad here. We're going to skip all those transactions, and we're doing okay. I personally am happy. How are our minor league teams doing? That's where we need to check. So our minor league team is 4-6 and 4-6. So that is okay where we're at. And Tom Nunez, Pedro Gomez, Danny Acevedo doing not too bad down there in AA. Roger Francisco. Who do we have down here that is an actual potential guy? Jared Ledbetter's not a guy. Dustin Watt. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go through this and make sure we've got everything in order, right? That's what we got to do. John Ivar, Ronaldo Taro, Tom Hayes, and Alex Avery. Alex Avery, a 50 overall. He's had 14, but of course he's terrible, so he is a little bit forgettable, that is for sure. Rory Maxwell, terrible. Kevin Cordova, could be something. He could be a bench player in the future. Woodrow McGreal, here's the guy we're really looking forward to getting into the major leagues. 49, 46, 74, 62. 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, so he's yet to get going. William Cornell, whatever. Mariano Padilla, Leonard Gonzalez is a guy we have to look forward to being a bench player for us. He's a rookie at 18 years old, so he'll be good eventually. Calvin Ayers, 61 overall, 24 years of age. He's not going to be anything in Carlos Alfonso. Tom Song, what am I saying? 21 years old. He's not really AAA material, but he has to be up here. Enrico Parra, and then of course we've got everyone we need up here. Pitching staff, really not much to be aware of other than Pablo Fernandez, who's 1 for 1 in there in AAA. And do we have anything? Francisco Castro, Fritz Moros, Ronald Hernandez, could bring him up if we needed to. And do we have anyone else down here? Darren Swan, Andy Johns. Guys, I'm making sure this is all good. Introducing to everyone. Richard Bay and Orville Dolan, who's a C potential, could be something in the future. Willie Cordova and Kazumito, no. Kelvin Dark, no. Paul Green, this is the guy we're looking for. Paul Green has to have a good season here. He's a 71 overall, 21 years old. He could be a reliever by the end of the year. That's what I was looking for. So we have to keep him in mind. We're going to sim a couple more games, see how this Chicago series goes, see if we get into a game. And we're going to get into a game. John Lackey, Kevin Pillar. We're going to simulate to the end of the game. The Blue Jays have defeated the Cubs 3-0. Our first win under 5 runs, right? There we go. And 8-3 victory as well. So all of a sudden we're 9-4. Marco Estrada picks up the win. Aaron Sanchez gets another victory. Just crushing it is Aaron Sanchez. Can't complain about him. And we are in our last 9 games. We are 8-1. Think about that. That's huge. And we're just going to quickly check this. Devin Travis, there's John Jay getting it done. And not a lot of home runs. Really not a lot of home runs across the board anywhere. But nonetheless, we are still getting it done. And that's all that matters to me is if we're winning not by the home run, I can't complain. That's what matters. So let's see the division standings. We are 1 game back of the Boston Red Sox. So guys, that is where I'm going to leave you. We're going to check just the league leaders right now. You see John Jay, Kevin Pillar in there with the conversation with Mookie Betts. For batting average in this early going at bats, we're nowhere near. And how about doubles? Tulo and Kevin Pillar leading the league with Yonder Alonso. And you've got Billy Burns in there with triples. We don't need to worry about Billy Burns. Somehow Edwin Encarnacion at 79 overall. So it's a good thing we don't have him anymore. And who do we have in RBIs? Devin Travis tied for the league lead. So is Tulo. That's huge. That's masterful. And what have we got? Runs. Russell Martin up there tied for 5th. And you've got nobody really around here other than stolen bases at 3, Gerard Dyson, so he's getting on. Base on balls, Steve Pearson, Josh Donaldson tied for whatever. And John Jay, on base percentage, not too bad. And Devin Travis, slugging percentage, 646, can't complain. Devin Travis, John Jay, and Russell Martin, all OPS is over 1,000, just insane. Wins, we don't have any win leaders, that's whatever. Loss leaders, we don't have loss leaders either. Edwin Diaz leads the closing race, but hey, so does Roberto Osuna. And there is our former man at 27 years old, up to a 77 overall. That burns me. That really burns me. If I would have known to bring him up to the majors and actually have a reliever in the bullpen out of Tom Chu, I would have. But I didn't expect Tom Chu at 27 years old to be what he is now. But he is a 77 overall. How can you really complain about Tom Chu? 4 saves, he's matching Roberto Osuna at this point. Osuna, they've had very similar lines. Tom Chu has 4 strikeouts, but 4 walks. Like, really, guys? This guy's good. ERA, Josh Tomlin, wow, .56. Jeremy Hellickson and Alex Cobb is even stingier with a .38. Home runs allowed, of course, that's going to be on there. And what else do we have? Do we have anyone? Innings pitched? No innings pitched leaders. I mean, you've got Aaron Sanchez at 21 innings. That's okay. Walks, Josh Hamlin's only allowed 1 walk. And a whip, .44, leading the league. What a beauty. And number 3 is Aaron Sanchez. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If not, leave a like. Let me know how my hair looks. And I will catch you guys in the next one.